So she threatened me illegally in 2nd grade. Hey guys, it's Keith, and I'm gonna skip the entire intro because just by the title, you're probably like, what is this kid gonna talk about? So this all happened in 2nd grade when I was either 6 or 7. Okay, so in 2nd grade, I was part of the writing club, and it was just like 30 kids. After school, we would stay at school. We would write some poems, write some stories, share each other's poems and stuff. And then like after a while, I guess we would just collect them and then put them on an exhibit. And then our parents came in, and then the instructions, like the teacher told the kids just to like, you know, like they gave us little cards and stuff just to write like positive reinforcement on each other's work and just like all leave it in a box. We all had our own box and stuff. And so we did that. I went to like every kid's box and stuff like that, put the papers in like that. And at the end of it, the parents go home and stuff like that. And then we go back to the classroom and start reading through our things. And one kid has a piece of paper that said, just pretty much said, your story's garbage. And the teacher's like, oh, whoever wrote this, you were supposed to write something positive. And after that, it wasn't just that, like the whole story blew up. All right, so the note gets sent off to the principal's office. And then later on in the week, she comes into our classroom, and everybody that's in writing club, she takes anything from their desk that pretty much has their handwriting on it. And later on, I figured out the reason she did that, because she's such a handwriting expert. She came into the classroom to try to match the closest handwriting on like the kids' just normal work and stuff to the note that said your work is garbage. She thought she was such an expert that she could match it to. And guess whose handwriting she thought matched the note the closest? Mine. So much to my surprise, I get called down to the principal's office. You know, I am sweating on the hallway there. I'm like sweating. I'm like a gallon of water just dripping off my body because I know this woman's strict to begin with, and I know she's gonna be talking about the note because the whole school's talking about the note. I don't know why, but we were. And so I go into the office. I'm sitting on my hands. I'm like the nervous I ever can be. I've never been in the principal's office, and this is what the woman says to me. Hello, Keith. Opened my notebook, and at that point, I didn't even know the woman took it, right? And then she points to the letter E. I'm like, what's happening? Am I learning the ABCs again? Like, I'm not that dumb. Like, am I getting held back? Like, what's going on? She says, do you see the way you swirled your E in this notebook? Well, that's the same way the E is swirled in the note. I mean, the next Sherlock Holmes, am I right? And then I'm trying to explain to her, I didn't write this. She's like, oh, I know you wrote it. I went through 30 kids' notebooks. Yours is the only one that closely matched it. And then I swear, she tells me, she turns around, points to a high cabinet behind her, and points to a pink hat that says the letters FBI. She points to her FBI hat, and you know what she tells me in the 2nd grade? She tells me,
Keith, I work with the police and FBI, so if you're lying to me, I'll find out.
Side note, my friend said he saw that same exact hat like after I had this whole interrogation. My friend told me he saw the same exact hat in Disney World, so guess where she bought that? So after being threatened by the entire FBI, which is probably illegal, she calls my teacher down because just this dumb note that says, your work was garbage. That's what started all this, right? She calls my teacher down, and she needs to get my teacher to vouch for me. My teacher vouches for me, saying that she doesn't think, she knows who I am, she knows I'm a good kid, and that I would not write the note. She has this ongoing battle with the principal and stuff, saying, no, I don't think Keith would do this. And she's like, well, how does the writing match up with that? How does this make sense? My teacher says, I don't think he would do it. Then she lets my teacher go. And finally, she lets me go. But before doing that, she says, Keith, I'll be keeping an eye on you. So yeah, I got investigated by the FBI in 2nd grade for like, okay, that whole thing, I didn't tell you, that whole thing probably took 30 minutes to just tell me like, no, you did this. I know you did this. And I'm like, I didn't do it. And then she's like, well, how come you easy match this? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Sorry. Then she's like, I know you did it. And then pulls out the FBI card. I work with the FBI. I know if you're lying. And then she's like, I work with the police after school. I'm like, yeah, right, woman. But I didn't know that at the time. I was like freaking out. So F you. Okay, even to this day, nobody knows who wrote the note. So she didn't even get anything out of that. Well, that was my FBI story. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. We're almost at 500, so that's amazing. And I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.